Hi everyone and welcome to today's General Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Yesterday, why the upload was so late, I tried to do it through a different app than I usually do, and it took forever. So today I'm doing it through Video Effects Live again, so that way, it doesn't take until like January to upload. So Alexis and Julian are at the Metrocourt at his hotel room, and Julian gets Alexis a gift, and it's a photo album, and apparently Molly helped with it, so their relationship is getting a little bit better, apparently. So Alexis asks him to move in with her, and he's worried about Molly, but Alexis is like, well, it seems like you two are making strides in your relationship, and he's like, well, I think it'd be a little bit different if I was, like, across the hall. At the hospital, Dante suggests to Lulu that they have another baby. She's on board but wants to make sure he doesn't just want to do this to make up for what happened with Valerie. And Lulu is going to make the appointment, so they're going to do it. Olivia is at the hospital. She kind of catches on that Dante's like in a good mood. I don't know how, because he didn't particularly look like he was in a good mood. And he tells her that Lulu and him talked about having another baby, and they're gonna go through with it. So Olivia, apparently she has Leo at the Metrocourt, and she doesn't think she can live these two lives anymore, and if Julian really is out of the mob, then maybe him knowing about Leo wouldn't be the worst thing, but Dante thinks that's a really, really bad idea. At Kelly's, Felix is pestering Sabrina to take the test, over the phone, and Michael overhears her saying something about someone being pregnant, and he assumes it's about a patient, and she's like, oh yeah, Felix was asking me advice about a patient. Valerie stops in, her and Sabrina exchange pleasantries. Valerie's kind of a little flustered this morning with all the stuff, she's running late and all that. So Valerie bumps into Nathan and drops everything outside of Kelly's, but he's like, look, I'll take care of this. She heads off to work, and he picks up the stuff, and she has like all the muffins she was supposed to bring in, but then she also has this little white paper bag, and he sees that it's a pregnancy test, but that was Sabrina's bag. It wasn't hers. Nathan calls Dante, and he says, I have to talk to you when you're at the station. Like, we have to talk. At Sabrina's place, Sabrina is surprised because she finally gets up the courage to take the pregnancy test, and there's a box of candy in the bag that's supposed to have her tests in it. But apparently she had bought more than one package, and she calls Felix, and she's like, I'll call you when I have a result, but she already has a result, and it's positive. And then Sabrina winds up taking like 8 pregnancy tests or something like that. Like, it's a ridiculous number. At the DA's office, Tracy visits Paul at work. I'm sorry, I can't see my notes because someone's walking on me. She wants to know if Michael is joining Sunny, and she also brings him a gift, and it's like this little hourglass thing. So then he's going to have a conversation with Michael about his future and if he continues his association with Sunny. He thinks Tracy has an ulterior motive other than familial concern. So basically she doesn't want ELQ shares to get any more fragmented than they already are. Paul tells Michael that it would be a mistake to try and live Sunny's life, or his kind of life. So then Michael spots the hourglass and knows that Tracy was there, because that's apparently a gift she gets a lot of business associates. So he tells Paul to tell Tracy to deal with him directly next time, and Paul says that he's talking to him as the DA, and whoever takes over Corinthos Coffee is really going to feel the heat. No pun intended. So Paul then calls Alexis, and he has decided to drop all the charges against Julian. At the Haunted Star, Dylan thinks Lulu deserves better than Dante, and Valerie, they're on the phone. Valerie talks him out of it, out of telling Lulu what really happened. So Andy, the film student, is going through the behind-the-scenes footage, and he tries to run the footage past Dylan, because it's the part with him and Valerie, but then Dylan kind of pushes him off, and he's like, you're the director, whatever you feel is appropriate, just put it in there. I kind of called it. So Andy lets the footage run while he's away, and it's like past now the incriminating part. And then Dylan pushes the laptop closed without looking at it. So I think this is not good. Nathan comes up to Dylan. Nathan kind of gives him a hard time, and tells him to keep his hands off Maxie, or else he's gonna like file all these complaints and like basically bring the wrath of the PCPD down on Dylan. And like I really don't like that side of him. It doesn't mesh well. So Maxie's worried she won't be able to do the crying scene, but her and Dylan talk through it, and she thinks of Georgie, and it makes her cry, of course. Lulu then walks in and totally ruins the scene. And Dylan flips out on her, like legit flips out. And she didn't mean to ruin the scene. She was actually bringing food for the crew, but like it was not good because it was a hot set. Maxie kind of slips and tells so Dylan leaves. So Maxie kind of slips and tells Lulu that if she really thinks about it hard, she can figure out why Dylan acted like that, because Lulu thinks Dylan's mad at her, and Maxie's like, no. At the police station, Valerie realizes she doesn't have her candy, and that would be devastating. I can relate to her when it comes to that. Dylan, although I have my candy right here, I'm not even kidding you. See? It's a nonpareil, smoked chocolate nonpareils. Anyway, so Dylan goes to Paul to tell him about Nathan, and he wants Paul to get involved. He also confides that he cares about someone he can't have, and Nathan tells Dante about running into Valerie and hands him the pregnancy test. Sabrina's part 2. Tracy shows up. Apparently, Sabrina was supposed to have breakfast with her, but got kind of distracted by the whole I might be having a baby thing. Tracy thinks the situation with Michael is bothering. That's what's bothering her, and that's what that's what's on her mind, and tells her to get involved with this whole thing and do your part. But Michael comes in and tells Tracy that enough's enough and she needs to stop. And the end scene, Julian goes out into the hallway because Alexis had forgotten something or something, and runs into Olivia and the baby. Not good. Michael kicks Tracy out of Sabrina's, and she tells him that they're family, and he shuts the door in her face. Maxie tells Lulu that Dylan's in love with her. So Maxie can keep a secret for about a week, we've learned. Dylan decides to let things stay the way they are and suffer in silence. And Dante confronts Valerie about the pregnancy test, and Dylan sees them. This whole thing. Do you think this is going to come out before Jason stuff? I don't know. This is all November. Are they all gearing this for November? Oh my god. November is going to be ridiculous, isn't it? Alright, well, I will see you tomorrow. It's Friday, right? Tomorrow's Friday? Yeah. I will see you tomorrow for more General Hospital. I hope you have a great day, and I hope I hope we all make it through it when it comes to General Hospital, because it's going to be intense. But in any event, I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.